Hi, thank you for being here at Silly Girl Trips, and thank you for joining me as I journey through the trips of my life. Yes, that's the new thing. And first off, I want to take this opportunity to thank all my Instagram followers. Thank thank you so much. Warm thoughts, warm blessings upon all of you. And thank you so much. I'm so grateful for I have hit my 1,000 mile mark and actually 1,000 plus. So I really appreciate each and every one of you helping me out to achieve my goals. So I'm setting a new mile marker mentally, and so I am excited to see how that will come about. And so please continue to watch, share, and comment as well. I really love those. And so and help me grow. You can find me not only on Instagram but also on my YouTube. It's not doing as well as my Instagram, but I just keep pumping out the videos, and so we'll let it. You know what they say: slow pace wins the race. Yeah, so that's the goal: stay positive and keep pushing that forward and moving forward. And so with that being said, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about dolphins. Since it's March, March is dolphin awareness month. It's the whole month. And what is it that we need to be aware of to help these beautiful creatures called dolphins? Well, first of all, we need to be aware of cruelty that is being done to them in mass. I don't know if you watch Netflix like I do. I'm an avid Netflix watcher. I love Netflix. And thank you for all your great content. And one day I'm going to get a documentary on Netflix. Please remember that. On the mile marker, setting goals. Anyway, so on Netflix, I have had the opportunity to watch some great documentaries as well as movies. And one of the movies that comes to mind is Dolphin Tale 1. Well, actually, Dolphin Tale 2. We just recently watched, me and my children. We watched Dolphin Tale 2, but I did watch Dolphin Tale 1 already. So if you haven't, please get to watching that. A beautiful dolphin loses its tail, gets a prosthetic, and in Dolphin 2, this place needs an extra dolphin to keep it running, and so they had an opportunity to do that by having this dolphin they saved. It was sunburned, but it was from the wild. She was wild. And so in that movie, this individual or these people have to decide if they want to do the conscious thing, the right thing, the righteous thing, and set this creature free because it belongs in the wild, untamed, or keep it for the purpose of maintaining their place. And I was so proud that they were able to make the right decision. And why am I talking about this movie? Because it's based on a true story. Look it up, watch it. It's a really great family movie, and it's just beautiful. Also, on the documentaries, I don't know if you've seen a documentary called The Cove. So The Cove is a documentary that takes place in a place called Taiji. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Japan, and that is spelled Taiji. And so in this place for hundreds, I think, of years. So the problem is a lot of these practices that they do are cultural. And it's not just Japan that does it. A place in Denmark, an island called Faroe Island, does the same annual, kind of like the same annual thing where they herd hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of dolphins in this like cove, and move them into the shallowness, and then go in there and just start cutting them, killing them, stabbing them, whatever, but it's such a cruel way to do things. And I don't know if it's right to, why do you have to kill so many, and companies that are buying whatever for some of these places, please be aware and make righteous choices and stop, so they can not do this. Maybe find another way to live harmoniously. I'm from the islands of Samoa. I'm from the Pacific Ocean, and we in the Pacific, we value the ocean. It's no different than land and the animals that live in there, because we live off of them and they live off of us. It's the cycle of life. So remember that. What we put in the ocean too is another thing that we need to be aware of, because these creatures are intaking that, and it's, if not killing them, like plastic. So we need to be aware. Want to shout out to Corona Beer. I'm so excited. I believe they're the only company right now, beer company, that has consciously or righteously made a choice to create plastic to contain their drinks. If it falls in the ocean, it will dissolve in a couple of years. So those are great inventions. Also, besides speaking up, if you're thinking right now, like, how can I help these dolphins? Speak out, like I am. I also, doing my research and doing my show, this show or shooting, I found out that you can actually open up, like, they encourage you to start a Facebook channel or a Facebook for awareness of dolphins, to bring in more people to help support the cause, so that these creatures can be treated righteously. I mean, I think we eat fish, and and we rely on the ocean, and so the ocean relies on us. And another thing that is killing them is the pollution. Another great video or YouTube to watch is the pollution in Micronesian islands. For those that are out there, watch that. It shows, it's like disgusting. It's an ocean, but it's just trash. I mean, these kids, and they're pedaling a canoe. That's not tropical beauty. That's filth. And it's washed up from all our trashes everywhere in our rivers, lakes here, in the States, goes into California, and now it's washing up in the South Pacific, where other creatures live besides us, and we all rely on it. So remember that. Another documentary is a documentary called Blackfish. And Blackfish is a documentary that brings awareness to aquariums across, like SeaWorld, for example. Yes, I said it. And I have a personal story myself. As my older kids were younger, I took them to SeaWorld for the first time. I'm from Southern California. So I take my kids. I've never been to SeaWorld because as a youth, I was busy doing other things. That's not talk about. It's a whole nother show. But I took my kids, and it was a sad thing. I saw dolphins, and like, it seemed like a bathtub. I remember that my daughter was crying, freaking out, because somebody had cut one of them, and they couldn't stop it because they just swam in this little tub. And it was so sad. SeaWorld, build those things bigger, please. Like, I understand a lot of these creatures that will probably not survive in the wild. Let's be real. Let's not put no more wild creatures in there. But the ones that are in there, I mean, accommodate them, And so we need to bring awareness to that. And so I thank, the Cove, Blackfish, Netflix for helping push these things out so people can look into that. Also, keep in mind and YouTube as well. Great source of all information, pretty much, since I'm here, my channel, right? And then another thing here I'm going to cheat is you can also go on Dolphin Project, is a PETA site. And so if you or your town is looking to rally and save some dolphins, which, by the way, is part of the whale family, family of the whale. So they are part of the orca family, the killer whales. So, species. Another fact, there is, a dolphin that weighs about 260 pounds can eats about 3,300 pounds of fish. And so that's a lot of fish, right? It was 30 something. Yeah, 33. And so that's a lot of fish. I don't think SeaWorld pumps out that much fish. And these animals are social. They're so intelligent. Awareness too. The military utilizes them too for mines, because they, that they sense the sensor thingy in their brain. So they utilize those animals too, as well. And so we need to be aware of that, and how they treat these creatures, and what they're doing, and how it's affecting not only them, but their surroundings, their environment, which affects us as well eventually. So keep that in mind as you are out there swimming in the beautiful ocean. like I said, I moved here to Utah, but I was born by a beach, lived by a beach, grew up by a beach. You know, my family's from the islands. You know, so I have spent all my life sitting at a beach, watching, you know, the waves come in and watching dolphins come in and, you know, on those waves. I've seen sunsets and sunrises, you know, where these beautiful creatures are jumping around. These things are not, I mean, I see them on pictures, but I have my own memories of them and I love them. They're such beautiful creatures. They were my first animals I've ever favored and still one of my favorites. Of course, I got dogs and cats that are included on that list, but these animals live in pods. I would relate it to them because I feel like Polynesians, we live in big family communities. They dolphins, when they have their babies, they're called calves, like cow calves, and we call our children kids. Children what? And so these wonderful memories that I have, I would love to keep these animals around so my children, my grandchildren, my great-great-grandchildren, and then so on and so forth, you know, gets the opportunity to sit at a beach and peacefully lose themselves as they watch dolphins jumping around, playing. You know, it's so beautiful, and how they interact in their own way with human beings, you know, as they surf or boogie board or body surf out there. You'd see them out there and they're so beautiful, but don't forget they're still they're wild creatures and they need to be free. And so bring awareness, speak out, and let's help these beautiful creatures stay around for lifetime, you know, for eternity, and keep our earth healthy and keep our oceans clean, please. I'm going to put some links down below that'll help you if you forgot all these things that can help you, and some other ideas to help you get involved and help do something great for not only just other people but creatures that we share this earth with. And so thank you so much. Much peace and love, and please continue to subscribe and follow. Tell your friends and your loved ones. Tell the world. Silly Girl Trips. Much love. Peace. I'm out.